I'm going to make a mailbox for my doll. For that I took some paint stir sticks and I glued 2 of them together. Like that, you see they're glued together, and I cut out 2 pieces. So this is 2 stir sticks tall and 4 centimeters wide. And from here I'm going to make some sides, and I have this piece that I already used. So I want this to be the front, so I'm going to make the one of these for the front of the mailbox and the other one the top or the lid. And I want it to be opened and closing. See if I can show for the side. So that's the front and this is the lid, so it would be opening and closing like that. So the sides need to be going over. So I take this piece and I put this one on here, and that's there. So I have my mark right there. So I'm going to put the lid just so it touch the mark, and putting it in an angle. It's like this. And I'm drawing on this side that you can't see because I want it to go with the box. So here, that's what I need to cut, this piece. There we go. I went ahead and cut these before I started this movie, so I was ready. So I am going to put one of these away, and I'm going to place this lid, and I'm actually going to draw around. I want it up here, so I'm going to make like that on this. And I like the hole for the pin to be right there. So I drawed, I'm not sure if you can see that, I drawed around the edge of the lid and made a little point where I'm going to put the needle, the pin in to hold the lid for the mailbox. And to make sure I get it right on both of these pieces, I am just making sure they're lined up and sticking them really good together so they will stay. And then I'm going to take this little hand drill and slowly going to drill through these 2. Now leave it to dry. Okay, this is glued together. I took one of these pins and measured out down here so it fits to the bottom. And I'm going to glue that on, but I will wait with that for a second. I have the lid here and it fits perfect. It's a bit too small. I cut it out a bit thinner than this part. Because I want it to be able to move really nice and good. So I'm going to take my pin here and I'm going to take my lid and I'm going to place it like I want it. Taking my pin, making marks on both sides where to drill. Let's see if I can see it anywhere. I see it here. Taking my tiny hand drill here and just gonna drill in both sides. First of all, I'm going to glue the bottom here to my mailbox, and yes, there's no back side yet, but I'm going to glue the bottom here to my mailbox, and I'm going to leave this to dry and then I will be back. I painted this and I gave it glaze with some UV resin. So I'm going to cut these into the size I like them to be, so they stick into this. I'm going to cut them so they're no longer than that. And I'm going to do it on this side as well. Ow, there we go. So when I put them in, they stick in like that into this piece of wood. You take one of these small pegs and put it in and into the lid here, and the same on the other side. So now you have a mailbox that opens, and to avoid these pegs to fall out, I'm just going to take a little of my E6000 and I'm going to put it here on the inside, so it only sticks to the mailbox outside. Like that. And the same in the other side. And I'm going to make an inside for the mailbox so it looks a bit neater when you open and lock it. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper for that, and I'm just going to draw on the size of my mailbox. So I'm going to take the black color I used for the inside of my mailbox, and I'm going to paint this place here. And yeah, I'm not going to cut it out right away. I'm just going to leave it there for now, like that, and then I'm going to leave it to dry and I will be back. Okay, my paint is dry now, and I'm just going to put a tiny amount of glue, and this is just normal paper glue that I'm using, and not on the lid. So I'm just putting that here on the edges around on my mailbox, like that, and turning it around and placing it on the painted area. And then I have a cutting board here underneath, and I'm just taking my X-Acto knife and cutting out the paper here around the mailbox. There we go, like that. And now my mailbox have a backside inside of it, and it's not too thick. And I'm going to make a few things on my Silhouette camera to decorate this one. Put her name on there and maybe a little flower or butterfly or something. And that's it, and you can place it on your wall now for the dollhouse, and you have a nice working mailbox. And that's it. Happy crafting!